This is a FinLit Fit Friday. Say that fast 10 times. Julie Lindsay here with Financial Literacy Fitness. Just wanted to talk a minute about 401ks. This is one of the things that actually, if you have a 401k, you have a lot of control over. Some things in life you don't have a lot of control over, but this is one of the things that you can really have control over how you are invested. So we've been seeing a lot of clients come in here recently that are not prepared for retirement. That back in 2008, when the market really took a dip, they got scared and they changed their portfolios into a fixed account or a bond, type of account and their 401k, and they never switched it back. They never went back into equities, and so that was a huge difference. This past year alone, the S&P 500 gained around about 24%, and if you had a 401k this year that mirrored the S&P 500 index, you would have gotten roughly 24% return in your 401k compared to a bond or fixed portfolio that maybe only gave you 2, 3, maybe 4% return. So think about that year after year after year and all the growth that you can miss out. Actually, it's averaging around like 9.98% return per year that you would get historically by being in all equities. But that's a lot of growth. So it saddens me when I see accounts that only have $200,000 in it and people are ready to retire. So let's talk about that right now. I'm going to try to do this quickly. And first off, if you have a 401k, sign up. Okay, we see that a lot. People are not signing up for the 401ks. If your company is matching, you're leaving free money on the table every single year of what that match is. And we always say, at least contribute the match to your 401k. So, maybe it's 4%, maybe it's 5%, maybe it's less. Whatever that amount is, contribute up to the match. Second thing is, how are you allocated? If you're allocated in bonds, like we were just talking about, you're going to only have maybe a 3 or 4% return versus how you're going to be allocated if you're in equities. So I would say look at how you're allocated. This is something you have control over. You can change. The third thing is if your company is matching, do the match, at least that match. And if you can do more, great. There are other places that you could do that, but at least in your 401k, you can contribute up to the match. And that might be 3 or 4%. And does your 401k have the ability to have a traditional and a Roth platform to the way that you invest? So that basically means traditionally, are you putting money in before taxes and then in retirement you're going to be paying taxes on that amount as you draw it out? Or if your company gives you the option for a Roth 401k, you're putting money in after taxes, and then in retirement, when you draw that out, you will not have to pay taxes on that amount. So, taxes possibly could go up in the future, and so that's a consideration. And also where your tax bracket is currently and where you projected your tax bracket to be in the future. So far we talked about what was your last year rate of return. Did you get the 23, 24% that you could have gotten? Secondly, how are you allocated? That really depended on how you're allocated. When you looked at that pie chart, were you mostly in stocks? Were you mostly in bonds? Or was it a mix? And then does your company match? Enroll in it. If you're not in a 401k, enroll in your 401k. If your company matches, do at least the match. And then check to see if you have the ability to have a traditional 401k and a Roth 401k. These are all things that we have control over, that we can make different for our future. So these are just some things I thought about because I hate seeing the clients come in and them not being prepared for retirement. We always say you can't do anything about what you've done in the past. You can only move forward and make different changes. So if that's been you in the past, you have some ability right now to go in there and change it. If you have questions, if you need, someone, most companies do not have someone on staff that can help you with this. There is a 1-800 number typically that you can have somebody lead you through, whoever's managing that 401k account. But if you have questions, you want to talk to me, I'm here for you. FinLit Fit Friday, Julie Lindsay here. Hope you have a blessed day, and talk to you soon.